Welcome back, students. So now we will learn stanza number 4, which is the last stanza in this poem, Childhood. So in the previous stanza we have learnt the stage of individuality. The poet talks about stage of individuality or independent thinking without the support or the experiences of adults or people. So then in stanza number 4, it means the last stanza, the poet has talked about, or almost we could say that he has tried to find out the answer of his question. Then, where did my childhood go? The poet says in the 4th stanza. It means here the poet changes his question. There is a slight change here. The poet wonders that where his childhood has gone. Because in each and every stanza we know that the poet has wondered that where his childhood has gone. And he tried to identify the answer of his question. So then the poet says that it went to some forgotten place. It means the poet has got the answer of his question. Am I clear? Did you get what I mean to say? In the last stanza, the poet has got the answer of his question, that where did my childhood go? The poet he himself says it went to some forgotten place. Forgotten. See now, the poet says maybe it has gone. It means my childhood has gone to an unremembered the word. It means forgotten place. It has gone to a forgotten place or unremembered place here, some forgotten, that is hidden in an infant's face. Infant face. And we know that childhood is a stage which comes after infancy, INFANCY, and before adolescence. Am I clear? After infancy, childhood stage, and before adolescence. So then that is hidden in an infant's face. It means in a child face, small child's face. That is all I know. So we will explain this stanza now. What answer the poet has got finally for his question, that is where did my childhood go? The poet says that it has gone to an unremembered place, to some forgotten place. Childhood can be found in the innocent face of a small child or a child, according to the poet. And we also know childhood is such a stage which is symbolized by or marked by innocence, purity, softness, love, honesty, all these things there, or courtesy. So here the poet says childhood can be found in the innocent face of a child. See, this is the answer. Where did my childhood go? Where? In the infant's face or the innocent face of a child here. And the poet says that that is hidden in an infant's face. Where my childhood is hidden, it is an infant face. Infant means a small child's face. Because small child, it means an epitome of purity, love, softness, innocence. So that is why and we know that in the process of growing up of our life, all these qualities are replaced by when we become adult. Right? So that is why it is written here, in the process of growing up, these qualities, which qualities? That innocence, purity, softness, love, courtesy. So all these qualities start receding. Receding means coming down, reducing. Start receding these qualities in the process of growing up. Am I clear? When we started growing up, adults, all these things. So then, Child does not have any pretensions and rationality. So that is why we could say that childhood, a golden period, or the children are so innocent. That is the reason why we say that this child is so innocent, because he doesn't have any kind of the pretensions or the false pretensions, just like adults, and the rationality, to think rationally, logically, having the proper reasons, and who trust others unconditionally. And we know that a child trusts others unconditionally. There is no condition, blind trust. Am I clear? The child used to keep on the adults. Whatever they say, adults, they say, the child, he believes or she believes on adults. So that is why no pretensions, no rational thinking, nothing, and without any condition, that is unconditional love of the children. But in adult stage or in elders, this is not the case. It is replaced by the lying, shrewdness, cunningness, all these things. Right? When we become adult. So, a small child is full of innocence, purity, softness and love. So, that is why the poet says in the form of answer. The poet has got the answer that my childhood hidden, third line, last stanza, third line. My childhood is hidden in an infant's face. Because infant, a small child, is so innocent, so that is why pure love, soft, having the quality of courtesy, all these things there. So that is why the poet says that here what? Then the poet, here one more thing, poet does not feel any regret or sense of loss on losing his childhood there. Though he tried to find out the answer of this question here. But one more thing we could say, that the poet thinks of childhood with nostalgia. Nostalgia means here the love, affection for any stage. For example, here for the childhood, the poet remembers his childhood with love and affection there. So in this way here, the poet has tried to find out the answer of this question. Clear? So in this way that we have learnt, discussed in detail all the 4 stanzas of this poem. First stanza, it depicts about rationalism. Second stanza, hypocrisy. Third stanza, individuality. And the last one is, in the last stanza, the poet has got the answer of his question. Am I clear? So, now here is the end of the poem. Now in one more video module, we will discuss about the central idea or theme of this poem. I am talking about theme of this poem. Am I clear? So that's all from me. Thank you and have a